Hello there. If you're after less cold weather, there is some light at the end of the tunnel, but it's a long way off, very uncertain still, and even the southeastern corner of the country I think will stay pretty cold. Now the Virgin Atlantic balloon set off today in lovely sunshine in Marrakesh, and you can see much of Africa enjoying some sunshine. There is a tropical storm there around Madagascar, and we've got some tropical storms around Australia too, in the northwest there, and one to the east. In fact, the one to the northwest, quite interesting. It moved across the land, gave some huge totals of rain during the day, several inches of rain in fact, and you can also see this other one out here really winding itself up. So not particularly settled in parts of Australia, but Marrakesh lovely. Following along hard on the heels though of the balloon is a weather system, and that's quite an active weather system, but the winds are going to take it across that northern part of Africa. But we have the southerly winds heading in towards the west of the British Isles, wound around that particular area of low pressure, but basically nothing changing. We keep the high pressure there for the next 2 or 3 days, and then after that, come the weekend, in these western areas at least, the winds pick up from the south, which is a somewhat milder direction, but in the process these fronts could well produce some snow, so watch this space later on in the week. We have 1 or 2 flurries of snow affecting central and eastern parts of the country at the moment, but in the west we've got some broken clouds, so that's where the lowest temperature is going to be, down as low as -12 for instance in some of the Scottish glens, and below freezing I think virtually everywhere except the tip of Ireland here, the Isles of Scilly perhaps, and some of the northern and western parts of Scotland, and quite a sharp frost as well. Tomorrow bitterly cold again in southern parts of the country, especially across the southwest of England and in the Channel Islands, because that's where that easterly wind is going to be strongest. But with those easterly winds it's going to be below freezing I think just about everywhere. Again, just the far southwest and some of these northern and western extremities, which is where the temperature would just about creep above freezing. 1 or 2 patches of freezing fog in those more northern parts. The odd one could linger throughout the day, but it is going to be these more sheltered western areas that see the best of any sunshine. I think the cloud in central and eastern parts of England will be somewhat thinner and higher than of late, so though it'll still give the odd snow flurry, there's a better chance I think for a little bit of brightness coming through from time to time. And this very cold weather extends right the way through Europe, temperatures below freezing there, and we're finding some very unsettled and wet weather yet again in Spain and Portugal. Coming back to this country for Thursday, nothing really changing, staying below freezing both by night and by day across a good part of England and Wales. The odd snow flurry still near the east coast, 1 or 2 patches of freezing fog lingering throughout the day. Otherwise, for most parts, dry, cold again, best of any sunshine in the west, and a very similar theme for Friday. But by that time the wind will be picking up from the southeast in these southwestern parts, heralding that possible change over the weekend. That's all for now. A very good night to you.